Hello, spirit guiding tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we returned to the warehouse at night and took out a rival gang of mercenaries slash Shadowrunners who were here to... Well, I don't think they had the same goal as us. They were after information. But we took the information and we're going to talk to the spirits. So let's do that with Shannon Halfsky. So she's apparently summoned a spirit immediately because she's really good at it. So we'll chat with them, I guess. I thought she would be doing this. The air grows cold, and the spirits of dead children coalesce from the vapors of your breath. Their cherubic faces are burned. Their lips quiver as they're about to cry. But their eyes are round and vacant, and they glare at you, unblinking. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke, as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. Alright, first object. We no longer see the world of flesh, Seeker. Only the essence and auras of living things. Words, though. Words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night, this place was filled with a scream that went on and on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness to die. And so we came to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned them. This spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. Now, if you remember back at the very beginning when we were in the Redmond Barrens, there was a shaman who said he saw something really dark and twisted the night of Jake's murder. So while there might be a troll and somebody with a scalpel, or some combination of two people, however that's going to work out, that maybe did the murder and the organ extraction, maybe there's some otherworldly presence also involved. When the other had gone and we returned to our vigil, we found two creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology, able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit, corrupted from within, he was dark and twisted, yet not like the other. So we did not flee. I bet you that was that elf we saw at the crime scene. I bet you. It just has to be. Ugly elf. Ugly elf. It's totally him. The second knew to be a troll. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving cold machinery. His aura was one of simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of man. Sister now chants for us for justice. Alright, we've got some confirmation here. Ugly elf and cyber arm troll. The guys that ordered the coffee. There's some magical power, something dark going on. We're getting there, guys. The elf, his essence remains in this place where the man died. Something has been left behind. A small part of him, perhaps. I have a feeling talking to them doesn't really work, so we're just going to keep throwing fetishes at them. Through us you shall bear witness and hear the words of the elf end. Prepare yourself. Your stomach lurches as the spirit passes into you, a heavy presence settling somewhere deep within your soul. You simultaneously feel like driver and passenger, as time folds in on itself and you experience the moment after the murder that took place here the night before. don't so much as see the elf and the troll as feel them. You idiot! There's no need to anesthetize him. He's already dead. Sorry, Doc. I usually put them out before you go to work on them at the hospital. Did this one volunteer too? Yes, they all volunteer. Just like I volunteered for this bit of butchery. I think that was definitely the ugly elf we saw. Our presence grows wary. I wonder, like, if you would have got less information if we only found, like, 2 or 1 or something. Like, I think we got 4 altogether. I wonder if there was more. One of the spirits stares at the object for a long, long time. It lets out a sigh of relief, as if reunited with a loved one for a long absence. It closes its eyes, its face one a mask of pain and despair, appears hopeful. Once a mask of pain. May I depart, seeker? I wish the rest I have long waited. Alright, I think we got what we needed anyway. No point pushing the spirits. We just learned that pushing spirits is a bad idea and they turn and try to kill us, so we're totally not doing that. Yes, go now and rest, spirit. With the spirit gone, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical leather, connecting her to the other realm. Heather. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moment. They saw him. They were with him when he died. You alright, Shannon? She takes a series of controlled breaths, shuddering with the first few. No. But I will be. I don't want that for him. Not but those poor souls have endured. Brother deserves to be free. He is free. What we do now, we do for the living. Thank you. And you're right. It isn't over yet. I have to find that piece of the elf spirit spoke. That piece of the elf the spirit spoke. It's our best hope of stopping this. Okay, so the elf left something that we must not have noticed at the scene of the murder, which was over here, which has conveniently a yellow diamond. We're gonna get attacked. Let everyone catch up here. Just in case someone barges in on us. Alright, that's where we killed one of the adepts. Yeah, those are just people we... I'm surprised we don't get to loot them that much. Like, I want to take his sword, and I want to take that guy's gun, and I want to take the troll's cool armor. Stuff like that. DNA evidence. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find? Piece of my brother's killer? It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from afar. Perhaps she can. That is a thing that happens in Shadowrun. If you leave blood, enough of it at least, mages and shamans can use it to, well, at least track you, but also, like, literally cast rituals that, well, they're not good for the target. Can you track him with that? I can, given enough time. Still feeling quite drained. Rest before I can try anything so involved. It's another mechanic from tabletop, is when you do extended magic and stuff, you take sort of stun damage, which isn't really represented in this game at all, other than maybe losing AP a little bit. But she would have cast a lot of spells there to do the ritual and do her summons. Those would have caused drain to her, which would have caused stun damage probably. So she wouldn't be able to continue casting magic without, well, knocking herself out basically, and that's not so good. So, yeah, she needs a little rest. That's totally fair. When I'm able to, I'll commune with Bear, consult the spirits, and do what must be done. But in the meantime, I might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. Well, I have some friends who might be able to help out. Good. I don't know if you learn anything of this elf and troll pair. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes. For my brother. Excellent! Vengeance! Well, she wasn't like the best ally, but you know, if I hadn't let her spirit go crazy and attack us, she would have been a useful addition. That was just me not understanding the mechanics. Alright. Sure, let's be friendly. There's no one else I would rather have by my side. I haven't met anyone anyway, so. She's better than Coyote and Peiko, so. Alright! Job done! I mean, I haven't seen anything to click on that I may have missed. Hopefully we've covered everything, and I don't want to waste too much more time, so let's get out of here. Besides, you know, Lone Star might be on the way. You don't want to stick around. After hours. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie like the black hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. True, we actually have made a lot of progress. Now that we've got, like, blood, assuming we can get the DNA analyzed and so on, we've definitely got a very strong lead, and we're not going to be handing it over to Lone Star as far as I'm concerned, so if we can track this guy down somehow, we got him. It's a pretty bad idea to leave blood at a scene of a crime. Without its colorful staff, cast of regulars, and posing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge deserted except for a handful of janitors. Mrs. Kubota is in the back, as she usually is. We do have that information to sell too once this guy gets, once Von Gra shows up. Gathered around the intimate back bar, Mrs. Kubota and her coterie gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soykef and something resembling sausages fills the room. Ohio! Would you like some... Forgive me, oh my. You look like hell. I haven't been shot yet. I just haven't slept in a few days. Long night. She looks you over, noticing the signs of nocturnal activities. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. It's true. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away. No one to follow you. We made sure they were all good and dead. I mean, I don't think this video game really covers the cleaning up after you aspects that the tabletop version would. So, like, the troll that we hired got shot a couple times, which would leave some blood, and, you know, there'd be shell casings and stuff from our guns. Like, there'd be some cleanup we might have wanted to do before we left, just to make sure no one could track us, but, you know, cameras and stuff, just making sure. But I don't think this game really worries about that much. Alright, so the other team didn't follow us, so that's good, right? I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your faces, there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Well, we're pretty sure it's the Ripper's blood. I mean, the spirits, they seem to know this sort of thing, so... Yeah, I found some DNA evidence. Need some help analyzing. That is excellent! I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I'm certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It is likely you will visit the Matrix before the day is done. See, you never know, maybe? Hey, mind if I have a sausage? Take the whole plate. Sweet, we got sausages. At least we get fed. Evening, sir. What's the word around town, Mr. Clue? There's been more talk of Ripper killings. Some people say they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. What if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. People are just too quick to label something hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock. More than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. It's a crime, though. That should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clue. He reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jackets. Don't worry. I'm going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, sir. Mr. Kluwe, I love you. We need to learn how to hire him. Bring him on runs. Alright, the digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job. It's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix, cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network. A digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, black IC that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked, if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked, out, and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, you could die. Now, we've already had an introduction to the Matrix already. This will be the proper introduction, though. Like, we just did sort of a preemptive little baby mission there before you got to see. This one will be a little bit more involved. So, I don't see the doc, but David's in here. Morning. You look like you've been up all night. Look like you've seen some action, too. Suppose I could use a shower. You here to buy equipment? Negative. Need a DNA analysis first. Probably can help you out. Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that. Considers for a minute. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. Decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. And eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. I just read in a journal about it, so the information is still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about? Simply the identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can do is get to the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, you can get me that code sequence. I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via Matrix Run. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Blue, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Whiz. I think we'll go with, if this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. Whose blood is it? Could be the Emerald City Ripper. No Drek! He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy, you got work to do. And Blue, you need any gear, I'll be right here. Probably not at a discount. He's got his second wind. Meet you at my rig, Blue. Alright. Karma. So, knowing that we're going to be doing a little bit of decking, and the fact that we've got 18 karma, pretty good. We could go for some ESP points. They're really cheap early on. I don't need drones, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting more drone powers soon. Man, I actually got really good karma from that last one. Heck, I could go for another charisma etiquette if I wanted. Could pick up some willpower to defend against magic. We're definitely going to be fighting more enemies with magic. But, you know, we are going to be doing decking, so let's put a point here. I'll put a couple points into ESP because it's cheap early on. We'll level up our drones again. I really want to get this one, the AP for my drones. That's going to be really, really good. And I mean, we've already unlocked, what are they called? Class A drones. I mean, be nice. Alright. Definitely doing well on intelligence. We'll put some more points into will and charisma at some point, but I think I'm just going to go for drone combat next to get up to super duper triple shot drones. Oh, sell some gear. See if he's got anything. Quick look. He's got the next level of deck already. Wow. Okay, I should have considered that, I guess. I didn't think, like, this is like really high level decking we're able to buy. I still have like the worst drones, but we can already get like tier 3 decking. Doesn't give me any more AP, gives me evasion. and one more program. So that's not as big of a jump as from these ones, so I'm not going to stress out about it too much. But we can get, well, I think these are the same ESPs as last time. But there's new levels of programs. And I don't want to spend a ton of money on these if I don't have to. Well, I mean, they're a pretty good upgrade. We went from 75 damage to 100, so, like, it's not bad. And then a better medic. AoE does, like, that's 50% more damage than the old AoE. I didn't use the firewall last time, but I still think it's a good idea. Those are, like, my 4 first choice ones, and that's only 800 bucks. That's not too bad. And I think we should be able to sell off the level 1 stuff right away, so it's, you know, yeah. So we immediately sold the level 1 replacements there. We've got the level 2 versions still. We won't sell those. So, I mean, I just spent, what, 600 or 800? I think I spent 800 Nguyen on the new programs. I get almost half of it back. That's not too bad, I guess. If I bought the new deck, that would have been a little bit pricier, though. Oh, Von Graw's down here. Hey, you want to buy some stuff? I was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. Got something for me? Got a flight recorder? Of course, I don't have the right etiquette. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you for, say, 20%. That leaves 2K. I'm sure we could get more, but I just don't have the right skills for it, sorry. Heal. Pleasure doing business. Alright, well that pays the bills pretty well, at least, so that's good. I wish we had the right etiquettes. And I will go for more charisma at one of these points, just... I got other things first. I'm not a primarily... Like, if I was a shaman, we would probably have 6 charisma by now, just like I have 6 intelligence. Johnny Clean. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. I'm really impressed with his result, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal. He was working from memory on minimal sleep. I mean, I'm interested, but I'm not that interested. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get you into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it could be a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? I'm pretty damn good. Great! I'll come with just in case any IC decide to crash our party. I suppose you might have done, we might have had something better to say if we had more than 4 points in decking. But, I'm pretty damn good, we'll have to do. Oh, we're like in turn-based mode here. Alright, so you want to jack in here. He's got the level 2 one, same as me, I think, with level 1 programs by the looks of it. A little bit different than mine, but same basic kind of stuff. He's got an attacker ESP as well. And I will be bringing... Well, I might as well bring both of them. I'll bring the shield guy and the attacker guy. And I'll bring these 4. Once we get to the next tier of deck, we can bring 5 programs and figure out what else we want to bring in. Jacked up and ready to go. The excruciating ecstasy of jacking your neural network into the digital world washes over you, grips you, crushes you into a singularity, and expands you infinitely. You are one with the data stream. Welcome to the Matrix. Alright. So, like I said, this is going to be a little bit more of an involved network. Now, this bar is much fuller than it was the last time we data jacked. Oops, that was really not what I meant to do. That was a big mistake, actually. Can we just start over? Let's just enter. Whoops! That's That was the escape button, the emergency escape button. Let's try this again. Why didn't he get... Man, this thing's... I've totally messed it up. This bar keeps going up and... Well, that's the wrong one. Wait a second. Oh, that's not the one I meant to pick up. I wanted to pick the security thing, not the firewall that causes damage. Well, we're going to find out what happens when that fills up then, probably. Come on, I really want... I want both people to be ready to go. Yeah, so we've already hit the first security node. We're off to a great start, guys. Alright, so black IC with 170 HP, 175 IP, sorry, same thing, basically. Don't miss. Good start. At least I can summon my attacker ESP properly. It's a lot like my drones. 50%, huh? Got a tar bomb. Kinda cool. You know, this would be going a lot better if we could hit them. So my shield ESP can shield people, but it has an attack as well. Wow, I am gonna die. Okay, well this is not how you're supposed to hack the Matrix, by the way. Alright, Johnny Clean, you're not in a great position here. %, come on. Alright, good. Finally hit it. Alright, it's like, see, really, it didn't have that much HP. We just, we're having, yeah, like, no problem at all. We just, as soon as you hit it, it's dead. But my entire turn, we couldn't do anything. Alright, that's fine. We're ready. All our ESPs are out. This is not good. I don't know how you deal with that, honestly, but you have to keep going, I guess. Alright, Lone Star Data Store. Well, that's kind of where I want to be, I guess. This is definitely not going according to plan. Let's put a firewall... It's kind of cool. It's a wall of fire! Not a lot of cover over here. I think I shielded myself, so I should still have that shield for another couple turns. Suppression is the one I meant to buy, because that's what lowers that. Okay, hopefully giving myself some accuracy helps out. Yay, the firewall did something! Okay, he's got his own shield. Alright, but they're kind of grouped up here, and I think we've got a couple things for that, like a tar bomb. Oh. Not enough range. What about mine? Don't I have an AoE? Called Blaster? Looks like I can only hit 2 of them. Well, let's try to hit the 2 little guys so we can kill them off quicker, hopefully. Not bad. Almost killed that one. And then, We haven't taken any damage, so why don't I just shoot it? Alright. Yeah, it's taking half damage because of the shield thing. What else does Johnny have? He cast the sniffer on me, right? That was the idea. I've got the sniffing buff. I think that extra aim is going to be worth it, even though it costs him one of his AP. Alright, we got one more try to kill that white icy here. Right, still not enough damage because... I mean, that shield program works pretty good. We're just terrible at this. Let's try a tar bomb. There we go. We're making some progress, guys. %, yeah, no way. Vulnerable? I don't like that much. That was Johnny. Come on, kill her. Nice! The icy is down! Now, I'm kind of worried about those fires. Alright, they're gone. Also, what I want to try here, I don't know if this even works now, but let's try the suppression. I think, you know, the alarm's already gone off. DNA match located. 100% match. Arrest records database. Subject: Silas Forsberg. Cat is deceased. Profession: chop shop surgical assistant. Priors: breaking and entering 2 counts. Public indecency 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusation of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges filed. But that said he was dead. 100% match to a dead man, yeah. Something funky's going on. We're gonna head through this one next, I guess. I want everyone to go through kind of on the same turn if I can. You never know what you're gonna run into on the other side of these gates. Alright, Johnny still has his debuff for damage. I don't like that much. Send in one of the ESPs first. There's stuff over here. The autopsy record for the dead guy. Okay, we got 2... What are these things? 2 white ices. They're not that tough. I could possibly one-shot this one if I hit it. Actually, let's try... I should have cast that buff on me first. Let's do it like this. We'll put Johnny way back out of the way where he should be safe. Have him add Sniffer to me. And then hopefully I can one-shot this guy with my killer before he gets to do anything. 99%. There we go. Okay. Starting to get the hang of this. Having lots of ESPs seems pretty useful. Probably overkill, really. We got like way too many dudes here. Didn't even hit. It's fine. Still got a pretty good shot. 83%. That was pretty easy, actually. I wonder if the ESPs can hack these things, or if it has to be like a human. Looks like they can hack these just as well. Autopsy records. Subject: Silas Forsberg. Notes. Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm it. No next of kin. So that's not a very good match. That's just dental records. Although the body was matching the DNA. Like, we had a DNA match to this name, and then this name was... Oh yeah, okay, so maybe it's not. Like, the DNA matched to Silas, and then the body that they autopsy was matched via dental records. It was possible that the dead guy just had the original guy's teeth, and he had replacement cyber teeth or something. I mean, I don't think in the future dental records really prove a whole lot, necessarily. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. Yeah, I don't think I would trust that a whole lot. I mean, we definitely found blood from a living, well, a very likely to be living body at the time of the murder, according to the spirits. So the way I'm figuring it is, this Silas guy, whoever he really is, he's been up to no good for years, faked his own death, now he's on a murder spree with a troll and some sort of dark spirit or something. Okay, we'll just wait till the next turn. Let's send in the drone, or sorry, the ESPs. All right, this guy a little bit better defended over here. Can't quite hit the two at the same time. So the white IC, I don't actually. I think your biochem skill that shows you how much HP also works in the Matrix. I think that's kind of funny. Just split up. Why don't I go same as last time? We'll put the sniffer on me. Oh, I still had it actually, but just refresh it. I'll go in and I'll start killing stuff. Yeah, that should be fine. And then maybe my ESP will shield me or something. Yeah. I mean, I'm more important than the ESPs, right? Oh, I think I blocked the door. Oh no, okay. Looks like you can't block the door, you just get sort of teleported in front of them, which is kind of handy. These things have 100 HP, I believe, so wouldn't do a whole lot. Oh, AoE attack? No. Not sure what that did, actually. The white sentry. Alright, let's continue killing. The killer app. It is a killer app, by the way. And I will try... We haven't really taken any damage yet. As much as I messed up with the security thing at the beginning, I mean, we're winning the battles really quickly. Try this. Oh, just a miss. I hit him anyway. Awesome. So an AoE attack, even if it doesn't hit the target you select, if it like sort of moves off course, can still be close enough to do damage. That's awesome. Trying to kill this guy. That'll do. All right. Well, that was pretty easy. I think this is more of a tutorial for Matrix stuff anyway. Newsnet. Return on subject, Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body has been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled as suicide, as they all are. According to reports, his body, a massive puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives that someone else could have easily administered to that body. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in this brawl. Alright, the psychiatrist did it. Totally. Talked to this guy into killing himself, faked his death somehow. Maybe it was actually the psychiatrist that's dead, and then the Silas guy managed to bet you that's how it is. Now that we have something we can go on, cool. All right, so I think if there's nothing else, we can desummon these guys. What is this? Oh, that's your I totally forgot you could even do that. You can change the direction you're facing in. I don't really care about the drones or the ESPs. They don't need to do anything. Like the people who are jacked in here, we need to get out now that we're done. The same way we accidentally got out the first time. Unless we get attacked again, it should be simple to just enter and leave, basically. Yeah. See, that's how I left before. So I didn't know that this button was, like, unjack yourself. There you go. Jacked out of land. So, here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man, whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. Indeed, it probably will. My gut says we can deck in the medical board's records and reverse trace to find this doctor. I am in, but we're gonna have to end the episode here. Sorry, Johnny Clean. We're doing pretty well. Oh, we're still in like turn-based mode here. So next episode, anyway, we will jack back into the Matrix and continue our quest for information. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll try not to set off the alarm immediately, and I mean, I don't think it's going to be terribly difficult. Like I said, I think these are like tutorial missions for decking, but it's all right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day, as always.